Hello class, today we are going to continue our discussion on the reduction formula for integration. So last time we had the first formula and we have one example. So today I'm going to give you the second formula. So our second formula for reduction for integration is the integral of cosine to the n x dx equal to 1 over n times cosine to the n minus 1 of x and times sine x then plus n minus 1 divided by n times the integral of cosine to the n minus 2 of x dx. Okay, so that's our second formula. So unlike in our first formula, there's a negative, no? There's a negative here, but this is for cosine, this is positive. And n minus 1 is on the exponent of for cosine. Okay, so to apply this, let's take this second example. So this is our example number 2. So this is the example for this formula number 2. So integral of cosine cube x dx. So you may put parentheses or you may opt not to put this parenthesis. So using the formula, so we have 1 over n, where our n is equal to 3. So 1 over 3. Then cosine, our n is 3 minus 1. Then x. Then sine x plus n minus 1, or 3 minus 1 divided by n, which is 3, times the integral of cosine n, where n is 3, minus 2 x dx. So this is equal to 1/3 cosine 3 minus 1 is 2, so cosine squared x, then sine x plus 3 minus 1 is 2 divided by 3, so this is 2/3, times the integral of cosine. 3 minus 1 is 1, so this is just like cosine to the power 1 x dx, or equal to 1/3 cosine squared x sine x plus 2/3 times the integral of cosine x dx. So I didn't put x here, so that's just the same for this one, over this one. So equal to 1/3 cosine squared x times sine x plus 2/3 times the integral of, what is the integral of cosine x? So the integral of cosine x is equal to sine x. So you need not to write this anymore. You just evaluate or use the formula for sine. Cosine, sorry, integral of cosine is sine. So this is sine x plus c. Okay, but we can this can be our answer, but we can use the identity. We have the identity cosine squared x equal to 1 minus sine squared x. So we can replace this one here for cosine squared x. So we can rewrite our answer as 1/3 instead of cosine squared x, so we have to use this equivalent using the trigonometric identities. So we have 1 minus sine squared x. Okay, so that's equivalent to cosine squared x, then times sine x, then plus 2/3 of sine x plus c. So distribute and multiply. So we can distribute 1/3. So we have 1/3 minus 1/3 sine squared x times sine x sorry class, we have to distribute also the sine x. So when we multiply 1/3, okay, 1/3 multiply by to 1 and then together with sine x, so we have 1/3 sine x, then minus 1/3 sine cube x. Okay, so when you multiply this 1/3 to 1 and also together with this, okay, so you also multiply 1/3 together with this one. So plus 2/3 sine x plus c, and we can combine 1/3 sine x, 1/3 sine x together with 2/3 sine x. So 1/3 plus 2/3, that is equal to 1. So together we can write this term and this term. When you add this, so that is just equal to 1/3 plus 2/3 is equal to 1. 1 times sine x is simply sine x, then minus 1/3 sine cube x plus c. Okay, so that's our final answer. Alright, so that's all for this part. Thank you and see you again in our next video. Bye.